Hello from Canada. I was one of the first people to take the Mark Rober monthly mechanical engineering class, and I had a great time. I loved it. I wish it was longer, actually. We just finished our class about a week ago. One of my favorite things is the peer groups. You get put in a group of like 20 or so people, and within that group you can share updates on your progress, what your projects are. When you post your actual project, people are assigned to you to give you feedback on it. So like suggestions, what they liked, other ways to do things, stuff like that. Like it's very supportive and helpful, and there's always people there that you can talk to and ask questions. And maybe some of them are the same skill level as you. Maybe some of them have been mechanical engineers for years. So you have that resource of other people. In my class, there were people from all around the world. There were people, like I said, I'm in Canada. There were people from Germany and all over. They did a really, really good job with the videos. Mark Rober it's just like watching one of his YouTube videos. Like, he's super entertaining. He breaks it down to you with construction paper designs and like concepts that should be very complicated. He like breaks it down a little bit so that it's easy to understand. Like, I've never done anything with electronics or anything like that. He really breaks it down for you and teaches you what does what and how to do things. He gives you resources on like where to find code and how to find the things that you need, how to search for things, the best way to run experiments and find out what it is that you need, versus like you can come up with a concept, but then the putting it into reality part is a little bit difficult. Like, what if the way that you think it's going to work, it doesn't work? So he teaches you how to like run experiments and stuff like that to figure out whether things are going to work the way that you expect them to. One of the things that I would suggest, though, is to try and watch a little bit ahead in the video lessons if you can, if you have the extra time. You run into issues. Like, for instance, I made a pancake ingredients dispenser, and it was supposed to measure out the proper amount of all of the ingredients and then dump them into a container. I ran all of my test runs here at work with salt, and salt is great. Okay, I don't usually bring flour to work or protein powder or any of that stuff. So I ran all of my experiments with salt and worked great. Awesome. But when I put everything together and it was like 2 days from it being due, and I started doing my test runs with everything all assembled, it didn't work. The flour and like the protein powder and stuff all compact because they're such fine powders that they wouldn't dispense the way I expected them to. So I kind of had to manhandle it a little bit. So I had to go back to the drawing board on those ones. I had to change up how it works in order to get them to dispense the ways that they should. And I put out an update on the peer group, and people commented on like different ways to solve that problem, and it made my life so much easier. Like, it's not cheating getting outside help. Like, it's not like getting somebody else to do your homework for you or anything like that. It's using the resources that are available to you. You can Google things, you can search up videos and all sorts of stuff. He teaches you all about all of that stuff, all the way to like from how to come up with the idea to how to make a cool video about it, how to make people care about what you care about. One of the really cool things is the peer group stays open. So my course has been done for like a week, and people are still posting in the peer group about other things that they're working on, or like redoing parts of their projects that they didn't like, or just streamlining things now that they have more information. And you can still talk to each other. You can go in there, post updates on a different project that you're working on, get feedback from other people, see another perspective to something that you're working on. And it's an awesome resource to have, just like this group of mechanical engineers now. The new generation. One of the things I wasn't really sure about based on like the pitch video was he says that you make 3 distinct builds. And he himself makes 3 builds. But he does, like, it doesn't mean that you make the things that he's making. He gives you a category and you decide what you want to make. You get to pick your own project. and you just get the lessons from him on how to make things do the things that you want, basically. And you go from there, and you use your peers to help you get the resources and the information that you need, and Google and all sorts of things to try and put all of the pieces of this puzzle together to make a final finished working thing. So that I thought was super cool. It's not like follow along, it's here's some information, go make your own thing. So by the end, I made some pretty cool things that I would have never thought of or attempted before. I haven't ever really done anything with electronics before. I accidentally electrocuted myself with a capacitor of a digital camera when I was a teenager and haven't touched them since. But now I can make things. I can make things light up. I can make things run programs and codes and stuff like that, run motors, all sorts of cool stuff. Like, the sky's the limit now.